It's your girl Marquita Veon, and it's the pink link where we have powerful, innovative, next level conversations with a K, cause we fancy. So y'all, it's lunchtime again. I ain't even have time to stop and get me no lunch this morning. So yes, we're gonna hop right on into it, and as we do each and every Friday, we do our entrees, appetizers, wisdom wiser, and so all these things are just so that we can, be geared to shine mentally and physically and spiritually. So today's wisdom wiser is a good one. It's a Chinese proverb. It says the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the next best time is now. Like, why wait? Why wait? Now is the time to do whatever it is that you want to do. And I just love that, because when you think about it, the tree that was planted 20 years ago has grown. I'm pretty sure it's very lively, fruitful, has reaped this harvest in the 20-year span. So whatever that is that you want to do, if you go ahead on and start now, today, or whenever you set time to start your plan and get going, where do you think that thing will be in 20 years from now, in 5 years from now, a year from now, if you just get started? So I just love that. And so y'all, today we're gonna discuss Fumble Friday. So we're gonna get back on fumble, because fumble for me is taking things for granted, I would say. Whether it's because I don't think I've ever highlighted in this sense, but whether it's a person, an opportunity, or whatever, sometimes sometimes it can just be taking a thing for granted. And I'm a person, like, when you've had certain things, losses, or experienced those things, I just try not to take people and things for granted. But some people just do it so nonchalant, and maybe it's just an experience I had this week. The reason why I wanted to get into fumble, because people take it for granted, and then once it's fumbled and gone, then it's when they like, what was I thinking? So that's that, you all. And I know y'all just celebrate Juneteenth. Some of you all may have not. But I do definitely want to discuss Juneteenth and just say happy Juneteenth today. I went to a Wakanda ball that was in celebration of Juneteenth, and that was a nice experience, and I'm just looking forward to the next one that they're gonna do. That was the first one that they put on, so that was a good experience. However, they only had iceberg lettuce for vegans, and your girl had to get up out of there, because once I eat, like, I can fast, but once I put something in my tummy, then it's just like hunger wars start, and I'm like, this all they got for me to eat, and I got a little hungry after eating that salad. But if you're gonna feed a vegan the salad, y'all, not complaining, but get the dark leafy greens, because that fill your girl up. I can eat that all day. I love a big salad bowl. But I want to highlight just facts about Juneteenth, since that was June 19th. And why not? That's gonna be our highlighted, it was usually entrepreneur, but highlighted holiday, I would say. So I want to just get into that and discuss the 5 facts around Juneteenth, in case some of you may know, some of you may not. And I don't want to say this, but my first time celebrating Juneteenth was around when I moved out here to Georgia, because in Mississippi I had never heard of it. They may have done things, but your girl didn't know nothing about Juneteenth. But it was at Marietta Square, Leandra Johnson. It was a concert, and just a lot of poets and speakers and things like that. And that was like in year 14 or something like that, 2013, 14, 15, when I was out here. And I've literally been celebrating ever since. But before then, I had no idea what Juneteenth was. Maybe it was just new, but yes. So the historical significance, Juneteenth celebrate on June 19th, marks the day in 1865 when Union General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, and announced the end of the Civil War and the emancipation of enslaved African Americans. This was over 2 years after President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation. So this first fact. The origin of the name Juneteenth is a blend of June and 19, reflecting the date of the holiday. It is also known as Emancipation Day, Freedom Day, and Black Independence Day. Woo woo. Okay, I like that. Federal holiday. Juneteenth became a federal holiday in the United States on June 17, 2021, when President Joe Biden signed the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act into law, making it the first new federal holiday since Martin Luther King Jr. Day was established in 1983. Number 4, celebration and tradition. So many celebrate, which takes part in parades, concerts, gatherings, educational events, foods, barbecue, and things like that, you know, as you would, just to symbolize the resilience and joy of our ancestors. And then the cultural impact. Juneteenth has grown in cultural significance with increasing recognition and celebrations across the country. It serves as a time to reflect on African American history and heritage, as well as to advocate for social justice and equality. I think it really just brought forth the attention during the Black Lives Movement, the George Floyd and things like that. And I see also many are kind of like against celebrating it, but they feel like, well, they just using the holiday to capitalize off of it. I get that, as well as hey, they capitalize off Cinco de Mayo and every other holiday, Martin Luther King holiday. Like, I mean, that's just how it goes. But I'm in support of celebrating, because at least it's a day that signifies us. You know, if we can go celebrate Cinco de Mayo, we can celebrate Juneteenth, and if we can celebrate 4th of July still, we can celebrate Juneteenth. So that's just my opinion. I have no issue, because they're gonna do what they want to do anyway. So you all, we got into all of that, and so we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back. So it's your girl Marquita Veon on Hits 92.3 ATL. You're making me a fire. Okay, your girl is back on Hits 92.3 ATL. It's your girl once again, Marquita Veon. And so y'all, we got a lot to get into today. So I am the guest once again. And so I don't know which one we're gonna get into next, but I guess since I'm looking at it, I like to do the what would you do. And I had someone say they want to come on. I was like, well, since you're not doing a business, we can get into my what would you do scenarios, because I love to hear other people takes on what would they do. And it's just like it's fun, because like again, I really didn't read over these. I was glancing over them just to try to see which one I'm gonna get from different scenarios and aspects. And so it's just like, I think it's a good conversation to tap into emotional intelligence best as you can when just thinking over something, you know, before, you know, situations. Some of these situations I've been in and experienced, so that's good. So the first one is dating life. I use different ones: dating, friendships, and work life. So in dating life, unmet expectations. You've been dating someone for a few months and you found out they lied about a significant detail of their life, such as their job or age. What would you do? Well, if you started off lying, what all have you been lying about? You know, how many more lies you gonna tell? I feel like that's when I just glanced at this, I thought about Portia and Simon. Many can say she married him for money, but at the same time, when that story broke about him and his visa or whatever, his citizenship here, and you know, all that stuff, that's when it seemed like stuff went left and she was ready for a divorce. So I just can't take you serious, because it would just be like this thing in me thinking, okay, is this true? Is this a lie? I would just then start to expect that many things you say and do would be lies. I don't think I could keep moving forward. And it's sad because you get your feelings caught up in something, and then you feel like, dang, everything's been a lie. What all is true? You know, I would be in that type of, and then if I'm feeling that way, how can I trust you? And if I can't trust you, why would I be with someone I can't trust? So that's the overall point. You know, if you started off lying, that's why I'm age and all that stuff, like, it seemed minor, but how you do one thing is how you do everything, and how you start something is usually how it continues to go. So I don't foresee, or I don't think in this moment that that's something I would want to continue to move on with. I would say that. So let's go to friendships. We may go back up to dating life. It says betrayed trust. A close friend shares a secret you confided in them with someone else, and it gets back to you. What would you do? Whew. Well, if that's the only person you told, I would talk to them and you know, address the issue, and they won't know anything else. And like that's another thing. I'm a Cancer. Maybe it's just the Cancer in me, because once certain boundaries are crossed, like, it's so much access you'll have to me then, you know. So I'm not a person that would, you know, just hate or just probably just cut you off, but I would cut you off to an extent. You know, I would be mutual with some people, like, even relationships now, I'm mutual with them. Some people I have just point blank cut out. But I'd be cordial, word I'm looking for. But yeah, if you telling someone my business and I trusted you with my business, and they get back to me, because I wouldn't even say, oh well, she said this, that's not even worth doing, because you doing what you just did just showed me a lot about who you are. So it's not for me to get out of my character because you know you're out of yours. So for that, I would just address the issue. And now some people go say don't say nothing, and then they done told more than one person. Now if I told more than one person, unless they say that person specifically told them, then I would address them. But if they don't tell me who told them, and I know myself I've told more than one person, how can I address anybody? Because I've had someone to do that. Like, someone hit me up, and it was like, she said don't say nothing. I'm like, nah, she just told me the same thing and told me not to say nothing. So if it get out and get back to her, you know, how is she gonna know who told it? Because she done told me the same thing. So hey, that was funny, because I'm like, how you gonna tell the same person same thing to two different people and say don't say nothing, and then they say something to me about what you said, which she shouldn't have been doing, but hey. And so this is a ethical dilemma. You discover that your company is involved in unethical practices such as exploiting workers or harming the environment. What would you do? Put in a notice or quit? A company can fire you any day. And I was actually working for a company that was doing unethical things, and I quit. So yeah, I quit. Like, I'm not gonna be a part of that. And I didn't like the practices, how they would sign people up that say they didn't want to be signed up for something, and then want to pressure us to get the sales when they called in the council. And these people would be crying about their bills, about not having money, about they done took this money from their account and they told them they didn't want it. So I got over it, and I was like, I don't like how they doing it, because if someone said they didn't want something, why put it on and expect me to be the one to save the customer when the customer don't want to be saved? So I quit, because I feel like that was unethical. So once again, I told y'all I went through some of this stuff. So yeah, it's like true life experience. So y'all, we're gonna take a little break and go back to that, because we did the word of the day. So the word of the day is syncretize. Oh, I got it right the first round. Syncretize. So and that just means attempt to, oh, now I ain't looked up this one. This is another word of the day. Amalgamate or reconcile. Attempt to reconcile. Now I know that one. So, different things, especially religious beliefs, cultural elements, or schools of thought. So, to use it in a sentence, since we're brightening our horizons and our vocabulary at the pink link, it's beneficial to syncretize when teaching a group for the class can improve on their teamwork. That's the sentence I came up with. It's beneficial to syncretize when teaching a group for the class can improve on teamwork. So I guess that goes together for the sentence. And that's just the word of the day. So make sure you share that word once again, syncretize, and use it in a sentence and be like, I got it from the pink link. Yes. So y'all, we're gonna go back to our what would you do? Cause hey, why not? Back to the dating life. Ex contact. You discover that your partner is still in frequent contact with an ex and it makes you uncomfortable. What would you do? That's a tough one because I wouldn't want to control no one. I would wonder why there's still access, you know. Some people play the role as, oh, we just friends. I haven't really found myself in that situation I can think of. Have I been the person that kept contact with an ex? Previously, I don't know. You know, some people have like stragglers, you know, when you first getting out of stuff. So it still be a little stragglers. But was I in a committed relationship? Maybe a beginner commitment or something like that. But I was able to, you know, you know how people try to still contact you, you know. So that's just a hard one. I should have read this one, but I don't think I mean, that can go in a kind of way. I personally wouldn't want my person talking to their ex, and I wouldn't want to be the person still talking to my ex, because it's just like, I feel like that brings, you already will have enough dynamics that goes on in a relationship. Now, to have a dynamic of someone that you used to be with, you know, especially, you know, if you were with them intimately and things like that, I don't think that's right. So I would let them know. But I mean, did you get in this relationship knowing this? So I guess that's my thing. Like, how would you commit knowing that they're in contact? Wait, it says you discover. Oh, now that's the difference. Because I'm like, I wouldn't have even committed to something, you know, knowing that they still contacting their ex and stuff like that. If I discover it, then yes, I feel like that's cheating, if you ask me. Because yeah, like, why is you still contacting your ex? But I'm not saying you can't be friends with the other sex, because I've had people that we were friends with, was never intimate, and I would let my person know, you know, if I was being committed to someone, I would let them know. But an ex, that's different. That's a different level. Yeah, I would have an issue with that. So this is friendships, negative influence. A friend starts engaging in behaviors you don't approve of, such as excessive drinking or drug use, and tries to involve you. What would you do? Whew. Hunty, I've been here years ago when I was younger. So, while I may have taken part in one recreational drug, which is, you know, the leaf many of us have, I've had people who've tried to get me to, and I'm just glad, you know, for my mom and my strong will, because I'm like, I did this, but I'm not gonna do that. But when I look back at that and where those people are today, I just thank God, because I'm just like, you know, people do what they do. And this one the time when I think pill popping first came out, you know, and weed, you know, and things like that. So now I did, you know, dabble in, but all that popping pills, I'm like, baby, no, I don't want to do that. And I'm in an experience that my friend girl told me that she had when she actually popped one, you know, because she was amongst other friends, and said she ran from one end of the club to the next, and I guess that also impacted my decision when people was coming at me with the popping pills, you know, because that was like that was a thing. Then that was around like 2000 what? My baby was small. It was like 2005. Yeah, when people was just in my area popping pills, drinking weed. That's what they was doing. And for me, it was just staying true to who I was. And literally, I stopped smoking because I'm like, look, now I'm seeing what my mom was saying, you know, to me. And then now when I just see those same people, it's just like, Lord, I thank you for being with me, because that could have been easily downhill, you know, for me in my decision. So I mean, you can try to talk to people, but people do what they do for different reasons. Some do it for fun, some do it for coping, some do it for I guess they just got hooked or addictions. I wouldn't judge it per se, but if I feel like it's like I have someone close to me that's been drinking more than usual, and I'm seeing where it's affecting their health, so I'm like, you gotta stop. You need to find out or do something else. So, like, I'm gonna try to encourage you to be the best version of yourself per se, you know. And if you're doing something, I'm knowing there's a reason why you're doing what you're doing. So I'm gonna try to get to the core value of why you're doing it, you know, the trauma, you know, what's going on with you, what's been happening, you know, things like that. So I would go from that point of view, just to try to see what's in their head, what's going on in their mind, because people don't just do drugs and things just to, I mean, some people do different drugs for different reasons. Some people drink for different reasons. Some people drink socially. Some people drink because they going through something. Some people drink when they get upset, and it's the same with food. So because that food, I used to be a foodie, you know, so that's a drug as well. So that's why I say you can't just judge the situation. You can only just try to talk with them if you feel like it's starting to affect their health and it's not improving them for overall, because that's what I want to see, the best version of my friends and people around me. So I ain't the one just gonna watch you soaking. Like someone contacted me, and we're gonna get off this, and they was saying that they was taking something to go to sleep, and it was a powerful drug, and I'm like, baby, no, it's so much more for you to take for sleep than that, because then that's gonna get you, I think it was Xanax or something. I'm like, that'll get you hooked, and you know, you don't want to be taking nothing that's gonna, you know, for one thing, but then it's gonna cause other things. So yes, when I see my friends or people close to me doing stuff like that, I'm trying to see why, what, and what's a better solution per se. Cause yeah, I want to see the best version of you. But you got some people, for instance, I had someone try to give me something that was lace, and I was sitting there, and that was the reason I literally was like, I can't do this stuff. I ain't finna be smoking. They was rolling it up, and they saw the person putting some up in it, and then they tried to literally hand it to me, and I'm like, really? No, I passed, you know. So stuff like that, like, that's why I think that's where I'm at now, and I choose to be drug free because of stuff I've experienced and seen. And no, and it was someone close to me. I'm like, if someone close to me could try to do that, what would someone in the streets try to do? And no. So work-life balance. Your boss expects you to work long hours and be available during the weekends, impacting your personal life. What would you do? I would have a talk with my boss. If definitely the position is worth being there, and its benefits and things like that, and it's providing for me and my family and my livelihood, I'll definitely have a talk with them and try to, you know, work something out. Can it be every other weekend? Can it be, you know, this amount of hours per day? Because in order for me to be the best version at the job and give my best self, I also need to take time for self-care, you know, to rejuvenate, to come in here and want to do the work and do it well. So I will have a good talk, and you don't have to pop off you know, just sometimes just having a heart to heart with someone, maybe they'll get the understanding, and then maybe they don't. But that's all you can do, is take it one step at a time and just continue to see how it unfolds. And if it's not unfolding how it should be, hey, a job gonna be there, but you only get one life. And so maybe you start prepping yourself and putting your resumes towards other positions and preparing to leave there and find you someone that's gonna be more a balance for you in your life and well-being. Because, you know, some people work themselves so they can't work themselves no more, and then you gone and you stressed out because of a position and money. Hey, money gonna flow, money gonna keep coming, but once you gone, you gone. So I see work as that aspect. And you may be talking to the wrong person when it comes to a job, because I feel like people fight you any day, and then so many people be so loyal to a job, but a job is not gonna be loyal to you for the most part. So, but that's why I said you may need to get other advice on that. Maybe my dad or someone like that to help you in that department. So y'all, we're gonna take a quick break, and it's your girl once again, Marquita Veon on Hits 92.3 ATL. Okay, so we're back once again. Your girl Marquita Veon on Hits 92.3 ATL. So we was just doing the what would you do. So I hope y'all like the what would you do segment. I kind of enjoyed different scenarios. I may do one more, but before we do that, you know we gotta do the joke of the day. And I'm just laughing because when I saw this, I was like, okay, it's funny and corny. Maybe I just think it's funny. So, it's Quita's time to crack, and don't call it whack. So, the joke of the day is, what kind of bagel can travel? A plain bagel, duh! Like, I was like, that was so cute and funny, but hey, that's just me. I liked it. So y'all, we're gonna do one more of the what would you do, and then we're gonna get into the dessert for today, and it's 5 tips of challenges that I want to share with you all of overcoming challenges. It says outgrowing friendships. I seen another one, but I don't know, this one just came out. You realize that you've grown apart from a longtime friend and no longer share common interests or values. What would you do? That has happened throughout the years, whether it was on me or them. I think just a part of life. Like, it's seasons and reasons. Sometimes y'all come back around, or maybe, you know, I don't know. That's just part of life. So, I would say, I know one of my friend girls, she's in Florida, so we barely talk like we used to. So I know she's been a great friend, so sometimes I may reach out to follow up with her and see how she's doing. She'll reach out to me and see how I'm doing. But then I have a friend also back home, so it goes both ways. She reaches out sometimes, I reaches out, and then sometimes I feel like I'm reach out too much, or she feel like she reach out too much, you know. And we'll say the slick jab, like the phone goes both ways, you know. So, but it doesn't being being upset, but it's just the point that we both can do our part to, you know, check up on one another. And I mean, when we talk, it's like we talked yesterday, so with certain friendships that I have. So, and then there's some that, you know, just once the friendship just have ended, like we may be FB friends, but it's just that now. It's no following up, it's no texting, no nothing. Yeah, so it's just seasons and reasons for people to be in your life, and not everybody gonna stay, not everybody gonna, you know, go. So you just gotta take it for what it is. But I still would call them associate, or, you know, some friends, but some we're just closer friends. So I think that's just one of those things. That's just how life goes. Like my bishops say, you only need a few people in your circle. You don't need a whole bunch of people. You know, I'd rather have a 4 quarters than 100 pennies. Put it like that. And Oprah just got her Gail, like she be saying. And Michelle Obama got her 12 because I think there was a discussion. Michelle Obama, she was like, "How do you have so many friends? I only have Gail." So I mean, I rather have a few good friends than a whole bunch of people around me, and you don't know who's who. And you know, I ain't ever been that type of person that have a. Now I have many associates, but good friends a few, and they come a dozen. So yeah. So y'all, as stated, we're gonna get into because we're about to wrap up some tips for today, and it's some tips just to help overcome challenges and things like that. When I would do the what would you do, I'm glad that I'm also being able to just give some tips around emotional intelligence and just being able to just continue to maneuver this thing we call life, because hunty. So the first tip will be to break down the problem. Whatever problem you may be facing, divide the challenge into smaller, manageable parts. This can make the task seem less daunting and allow you to tackle each part step by step. So, whatever it is you're going through, well, put it in steps. You know, divide it up. How can I do this by this time? Or you know, how can I resolve this issue? How can I save for this? Or whatever it is in different aspects, make it smaller than how big it may seem to you right now. So by making it smaller, it doesn't seem as big and overwhelming. So break down the problem. Number 2, stay positive and resilient. Maintain a positive attitude and be resilient. Focus on what you can control, learn from setbacks, and keep pushing forward despite difficulties. Hunty. You have to, because staying positive, it helps you to continue to be grateful in spite of. So whatever you're facing, you just you keeping your cool. Keep your cool, I would say. That way it's not overtaking you and you getting in that dump of depression, discouragement. Because when you're not positive, then you negative, and negative bring around more negativity. So being able to stay positive and be resilient through it all, just keep pushing, because that's not gonna be the only thing that come at you. So if you let that one thing that's coming at you make you quit or stop or get down, hey, there's gonna be something else. And so a lot of times when you're in one thing, it continues to bring more of that thing. So you got to try to get your way out of it, find your way out of it, and be positive. And the best way to do that is be grateful and remain positive and continue to pushing it through. That's all you can do. Do what you can do, hunty. Number 3, seek support and advice. Don't hesitate to ask for help from friends, family, or mentors. They can offer valuable perspectives, advice, and support that can help you overcome obstacles. True. But also be mindful who you go to, because can be some negative Nancy. So you want to make sure you go to someone with sound judgment, good advice, that could, you know, not judge the situation or you or whatever, make you feel worse than what you already are. So, but you also want to go to someone who would tell you the truth and not sugarcoat it neither. Like, you know, be blunt, but with a boundary bluntness, I would say. Have some boundaries with your bluntness. But definitely go to someone, you know, who's going to keep it real with you and help you to, you know, just know, you know, comfort you in the decisions you're going to have to make in that situation. Number 4, and these are tips to help overcome challenges. Develop a plan of action. Create a clear, actionable plan with specific goals and deadlines. Having a roadmap can guide you through the challenge and keep you focused on your objectives. That's kind of going with number 1. I was saying when you know, divide it into smaller, divide the challenge into smaller, it coexists with that one. But you know, just like you would a vision board, create a vision to get up out of whatever you're in, out of the challenge. So, and make it specific. Being more specific, and that makes me realize I really need to be more specific with the vision board that I created this year. Cause hunty, yeah, I don't know where it's at. I usually hang it up So I need to get back to my vision board myself and be more specific on some things, and set my own clear actionable path too. But yeah, it just helps you have a deadline, something to look forward to where you're not just feeling like this is just it right now. Some people get in that funk of, oh, today is just today, this is it, like they ain't coming out. So no, you're gonna come out of this just as you have other things. So you always want to get a picture. Also go back, reference a past situation when you found yourself in something difficult and how you overcame and came out of that. Try to get that picture in your head too. And number 5, lastly, learn and adapt. View challenges as opportunities for growth. Reflect on what you've learned from the experience and be willing to adapt your strategies as needed. Flexibility can be key to finding effective solutions. Yes, I like to say, every challenge, brings forth a lesson, and lessons bring forth blessings. So, you may don't want to be going through what you're going through, but what lessons can you take out of it to bring forth many more blessings in your life? Like, if you ain't growing from it, then that's when it's in vain. When things surface in your life, you use it for your good. Like, you use it to continue to be more resilient, to become better, to continue to overcome other things. So a challenge, don't look at it as a challenge as bad, even though it may don't feel good. I would say that, but look at the positives, which we stated. You want to remain positive and resilient. So doing that will help you continue to just elevate and be great. So y'all, I hope those tips help you all. We definitely about to just close out the show today. It's definitely been a pleasure. I thank y'all for listening. I enjoyed this myself. I think, what's the song, Encourage Yourself? I minister to myself too. Like, these things help me when I'm able to give them to others. So I hope y'all enjoyed. Have a blessed weekend, and just remember that you are great, and the life you desire, you create. So get to creating. Have a blessed one. Hits 92.3 ATL.